Hi everybody and welcome to Grumpy Old Men with Mr. Steve Ross.
And Mr. Tim Newton.
Wow, it worked well. And our supporting cast behind us today.
Yeah.
We had a very strange, well not strange, we have to be very careful on the counter. It's very wobbly today.
Yeah. Who set this thing up?
We had a group of people, I'm trying to think what you'd call them. They're not bikers, they're scooterers. Usually bikers that have their hot bikes and the noisy exhaust pipes, and they'd have the leather and the helmets and they'd all look a bit tough and unshaven. And these guys have arrived on what I can only describe as hotted up scooters.
Yeah. You don't watch a lot of Japanese anime, do you?
Well, no, okay.
Yeah.
But these are like PCXs and iClicks and I think there's even an electric scooter there.
Scooters.
But they've all got these hot exhausts.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, that's a bit of a new phenomenon. And they're a little bit nerdy.
You didn't even speak to them. They rolled up in front of the restaurant while we were eating breakfast.
They sort of, it's in the walk, Steve. It's in the walk.
These are the bikes that are available to them. The Harleys are not available to them, the big bikes, and they don't have that history, that road warrior history in their culture. They have a history of Japanese anime for 50 years, glorifying teenagers on 100cc step-through motorcycles. And that's what they play with. That's their toys. These things, one of these bikes is worth, more than everything I own by far.
70 or 80,000 baht. You could buy one of those.
Really?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they're just scooters. I mean, the PCX is a very nice scooter.
I don't
get me wrong. But there's a difference between a scooter, step through, and a motorbike.
Okay.
Well, you wouldn't know.
No, I'm sorry.
Now, you've got a long list of Steve got it wrong, such that we're going to have to make a 20-part mini-series.
We'll ignore the stuff we didn't get to last week. That's old news now.
Luckily, we're in a cafe, so we'll be able to be fed as we work our way through it.
We're definitely going to have to get more coffee. Honest to God, the coffee was really good this morning.
Yes, it was. And it was HOT. What are you doing? You've got a mic on.
While she's right there. อีก2 cafe อีก2 ได้ไหม ครับ Latte ร้อน cafe ธรรมดา
We'll take it any way it comes. That's Pla, ladies and gentlemen.
Blah.
Round of applause for Pla.
Blah. Don't aspirate the P. Blah, not pla. Blah. Blah.
Why?
Blah. Because that's the consonant in Thai. That's how they will recognize the word.
See, it's not.
Yeah, it's not pla. It's not a plosive. There are aspirated and unaspirated.
Oh God,
and that's why Thailand has an H, Phuket has an H, because you aspirate the consonant. This is blah, unaspirated. And then there's blah, which is just a B, what we know as a B.
You aspirate your consonants in your own time, okay?
Got to clean that now.
Yes, got it all over.
Peter Piper picked a peck of plah.
So I was going to talk about trains.
Were you? Yeah, we're not going to get to that. We're going to talk about what I want to talk about.
We're going to talk about trains, and then I'm going to talk about your interview, your extended interview with Irish Pete.
Oh, okay. I'm sure he would like the plug. Sure.
And so would you. So
my channel, they've closed my AdSense account, my Google AdSense.
Okay.
So I can't get paid for anything. So I'm not.
Why did they end it? What didn't you do?
Because there's been no activity for a year. I haven't posted a video in a year. So they say, screw you. You're not going to play our game.
Did they warn you first?
They sent me an email. That's how I know it happened.
Right.
And there hasn't been a deposit in my account from AdSense for about a year.
You've been a very naughty boy.
I don't know. I've just not felt creative for a year. That will change, which is something I want to talk about at length. If you don't want to introduce that right now, we don't have to.
No,
but the activity on my channel, I'm going to start producing again. So we'll talk about that eventually. Yeah.
I hope it's got something to do with boontongs.
Well,
but we'll get to that.
Everything I do is branded boontongs. I put a boontong sticker on all my turtles. Thank you, John Armstrong. But anyway, go on. We'll get to it.
So I want to talk about trains.
No, let's talk about me.
Well, we can talk about you going on trains.
Okay, sure.
There we go. That's a way of getting into it. So I'm going to do like a week trip somewhere. It's the low season. Things are a bit quiet. I've been working my ass off, let me tell you.
Okay.
And I thought I deserve a little bit of a trip.
Of course.
So we'll get someone to look after Daisy and we'll head off. And so I thought, a train trip would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the train trips in Thailand are not very touristy. They're sort of perfunctory. They'll get you from here to there, and the trains are not terribly comfortable, or they're not very alluring. It's not the Orient Express, okay? So I was thinking, why doesn't Thailand do trains better than it does?
Well,
I think what's happened, if I could just jump in, if you want to go from A to B in Thailand, if you want to do it quickly, you get on a plane. If you want to do it a little bit slower, you get in a car. The roads are very good. The highways are very good. There's a few tollways. Getting around Thailand is very easy. And in some ways, they don't really need trains. Here are our coffees. One latte for you, one latte for me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, pal.
You said you would take it any way it comes.
I'll take it. If it's brown, I'll drink it.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you very much. There's our coffee. Oh, I'm not going to get it too close to the laptop. I know what happened last time. So, and now they're talking about, of course, introducing high-speed trains, which means that you'll be able to get around Thailand a little bit faster in a train. Not quite as fast as a jet. So I don't really know what this need is for high-speed trains in Thailand, where we've developed such a good network of cheap, affordable flights that'll get you pretty well from one. What are you laughing at?
You are so entitled. Cheap. Well, it's like 3,000 baht to fly from here to Bangkok.
Well, if you're paying way above, you can get it cheaper than that.
How cheap? Because I think a ticket's like 70 baht on a train. You go over to Suratani, catch the train to Bangkok, I think it's like, 170. First of all, this is a question for Richard Barrow. If you don't know Richard Barrow's channel, that's his whole thrust. He rides trains around Thailand.
He's the train man.
He's the train man. This would
recovering from a dreadful leg injury too.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, Richard.
Good luck to you. This would be a question for Richard, but I think economy is still a huge part of people's lives here. Planes are terribly expensive for the average Joe, and a lot of people don't own a car that they can drive to Bangkok in. So I think
she needs her brakes oiled.
Yes, she does.
But maybe it's not the bike. Okay, but all right, to counter your argument, they've got the interprovincial buses.
Yes, which are even more uncomfortable than a train.
In some way.
At least a train you can walk up and down and get some exercise. Yeah.
So rather, my argument is that we seem to have, we've got the buses and we've got the cars and we've got the highways and we've got the flights. I just don't really know if we need to be spending money on high-speed rail here in Thailand. Which is going to be inevitably more expensive. Mm-hmm. I would have thought they should just get just tizzy up the carts a bit, put some comfortable seats, maybe a sort of a first class section for those that just want us, we might have bigger bottoms than other people.
I seem to remember Richard Barrow taking some fairly comfy and clean looking first class trips. But again, that would be a question for him. I do know you can travel on the trains in Thailand free if you're carrying a tray of chicken in plastic bags. Because the vendors get on at this station, they ride up to that station, get off, get back on, come down, then they get back on and go up. Nobody ever asks them for a ticket.
I've seen people, they're on the train and they get onto Grab food or food panda or whatever, and they order a pizza to be delivered to the next station.
Yeah.
And that's a good idea.
Sure. So if you want to ride for free, just carry a tray of food and they'll let you on for free.
But if you want people to travel on the trains in Thailand, don't make them faster. Just make them a little bit more comfortable and give them free champagne. You're still going to have plenty of money in the bank at the end of the day, rather than throwing all your money at a high-speed rail network.
And I would recommend, since we're giving advice to faceless bureaucrats. First of all, I think in the comment section,
they all watch us.
They do, sure.
How do we run the country? Let's watch.
What's Steve say today? There's a Phulang picking up trash on the beach.
Oh,
That's my deal, dude. Stop that. People are going to question your use of the collective pronoun we when you say we shouldn't be paying for this or that. Whether or not, I understand you pay taxes here, but whether or not that has earned you or I the freedom of saying we and referring to the kingdom's privy purse, the common weal. Yeah, people are going to question that, I think. Or I would question that language. But I think, yeah, you know, if your toilet is a hole in the floor, as it is anywhere in Thailand, but here in this train, the train's going back and forth like this, and you've got 100 guys trying to relieve themselves into that hole in the floor, you know, and it's easier to aim a rifle than a pistol, and you know that place is not going to be clean. I mean, we do our best, ladies, we really do, but honest to God, you know, it's like, it's physics, it's just physics. So I would say, yeah, do something about put a urinal on the wall that we cannot miss, and the floors will stay clean. Yeah. So I agree with that. I think they could be made more comfy.
Yeah, because there are just so many options. I mean, Thailand is not that big.
This is really good coffee today. I don't know what they're doing different. It's good coffee today.
All right, so that
interrupt.
was my thing about train. The other thing I just wanted to perhaps, and I spoke a little bit about this yesterday, there it goes, the grinder, there is some videos circulating on YouTube at the moment that are made to diss Thailand, to diss everything about Thailand, to diss different YouTubers, and this I think is quite a dangerous track that we're going down. I mean, I know you give your various critiques of various YouTubers from time to time, but this is a concerted effort to set up a channel to basically just knock everything in Thailand, and it's not really backed up with anything interesting or evidential, and of course the person doesn't put their face on the screen, so this is just basically an anonymous troll with a voice making videos sort of dissing everything about Thailand, and I don't think that's a healthy direction to go in. Of course people will say, well, it's their right to make any videos they want. I get that, but I just don't see it serving any use other than getting people to argue in a bar in Pattaya.
Yeah, that statement is completely false. It is your right to say anything you want. No, it's not. You live in Thailand. The Constitution of the Kingdom of Thailand gives you protection from libel. It does not give you free speech protection. That's not in the Constitution. Protection from people saying bad things about you is enshrined in the Constitution. There was that fella, British kid, he was dealing with some mental health issues. He was trying to open a cannabis dispensary in Nakhon Nowhere somewhere, and he was chronicling his efforts, and he was doing everything wrong. Everything you could do to open a business, a new business, especially a cannabis dispensary in Thailand. He was doing it all wrong and making enemies everywhere he went. And eventually, he just posted a rant video where he talked about Thai people this and Thai people that, and all very derogatory, and they kicked him out.
Oh, I remember that. He was up in Pai at some stage.
He was, yeah. He was up north somewhere in some little dinky place. And he was trying to open this store, and they kicked him out. Not because he was making mistakes opening his weed business, but because of what he said on his YouTube channel. And it was all very harsh and very derogatory. Yeah. And yeah, they just kicked him, flat out kicked him out of the country. Andrew Drummond got kicked out of the country for doing straight up journalism and just telling the truth. And as far as I know the case, forgive me if I'm wrong, but they kicked him right out of the country. That was a guy with credentials up the wazoo, a guy with a history of bold and factual reporting, and they didn't like what he said, and eventually they just kicked him out.
Well, that happened to a journalist in Phuket as well, who got the Royal Thai Navy a bit hot under the collar, and he ended up having his visa basically not renewed.
So
magically,
saying you have the right to say anything you want. No, you don't. You live under the Constitution of this kingdom, and you have the rights that the Constitution gives you, which are precious few in terms of free speech.
Yeah.
So be careful what you say.
Now, as an American, this issue of freedom of speech is something that is, obviously inculcated into you while at school. But when you're in a foreign country, you are not under the Constitution of the United States,
right.
And your rights need to marry the rights of that country that you're in. And here, there is broad freedom of speech on most topics.
Practically speaking, yes.
But there are a couple of no-go topics, and you better just to stay on the right side of those rather than get yourself in trouble.
Within the realm of common sense, I have never felt that you and I couldn't talk about whatever we wanted to talk about here. The United States, by the way, we have this sort of vague idea of what freedom of speech means. The Constitution defines your relationship to the federal government. The law is written, Congress shall pass no law infringing freedom of speech. That doesn't mean your employer can't have you sign an NDA when you take a new job.
That's true.
Your mother can tell you, don't talk about Uncle Harry's drinking problem at the Thanksgiving table. She's not infringing your constitutional right.
But a couple of beers will fix that.
Well, and there you go. See, that it's all fluid. What you can say at any time, your wife can tell you what to say in public and what not to say.
You realize you're pointing your finger.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes. But at any rate, that idea, that nebulous, fuzzy Pollyanna idea that I have the freedom to scream fire in a crowded theater. No, you don't. You're always under somebody's thumb, under somebody's censorship. And we live our lives perfectly happy knowing that and living in that life. But as soon as somebody, tries to say, shh, we go, no, I have the right. I have so we misunderstand the Constitution. Sorry, Steve's first rant. If you're keeping score, if you're taking shots every time Steve rants, take a shot.
You'll be very drunk in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not my fault, dude. That's your addiction.
So before we get on to this long list of Steve got it wrong, I was just going to, you have been invited back on to our friend Pete at Irish Times.
Yes.
For the 19th time, is it?
Fifth, I think. Yeah, fifth.
And the highest number of views you got on your first video is
180,000. I think.
Not that anybody keeps score.
No.
But you
right down here, right there. That's where they keep score. Yeah.
So you were invited back. What were you talking about? But given that I thought that over the last 5 videos, you've pretty much your entire life is exposed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What did you talk about?
Steve Ross.
Yeah. Any particular?
Have I ever spoken about anything else?
No. But was there anything that you spoke about? There's quite a set of swell rolling in today.
Yeah, the sea's very rough today.
It's churning.
Fatum.
Very close to the shore. We're not too far away from.
No.
So what did you talk about in this one? This is a bit of a preview. Preview.
Steve Ross? No, we covered, I wrote books. I had a career as a writer.
Just keep it.
You asked the damn question.
Sure.
We talked for a fair bit about one of my books called Expat Days. I sent 2 books to Pete. He asked for them. He wanted to interview me again, and I said, fine, but let's talk about books, because I like talking about writing and about my books. And Pete, to his credit, I think putting the word author interview or talking about books in a title of a YouTube video is a guaranteed audience killer. I think people aren't interested in reading anymore, which is a terrible, terrible tragedy that the entire world is facing, the decline of literacy engendered by these stupid machines that we're all staring at right now. I think it's a terrible thing. But he got copies of my books. He read one of the books and he asked me a few questions about that book, and particularly about Phuket in the 90s, because this book was written in the 90s. It's a collection of
Phuket?
Yeah, a collection of newspaper columns from The Nation and from Phuket Gazette. And it's a very different world, of course. And I was writing about my home life. That was my brand. All the other white guys in the newspapers were writing about the bar scene. And I was writing about my wife, my dog, my job, my kids. It was very rare and new in the 90s in Thailand that a white guy was writing about something other than the bar scene. And that's part of what we talked about. And it's great. You know,
Okay.
I would just say one last thing. Pete is the best at what he does. He is the best interviewer in this white guys talking about Thailand ghetto. He is.
But he doesn't even live in Thailand.
No, not anymore. He
Yeah.
has, and he plans to come back. He's married to a Thai woman, and she got a really good job in Ireland, so they went back to Ireland. But someday he hopes they will return, as I did. And he is a really good backstop for an interview. He's very centered. He's very solid. He's not excitable at all, and he anchors the whole thing. Right. So an interview subject can bounce off the walls, and Pete always brings it back to center. So he poked me, and I talked for 15 minutes. He poked me again. I talked for 15 minutes.
Did you talk about me?
Yes, we did. We talked about YouTubers because he's, like anybody else, he knows that conflict is the heart of drama, and we all love drama.
Do I have to call my lawyer?
No. I was not suckered in this time. I did not rise to the bait. Oh, there's Carol with his little electric scooter. We have two little electric three-wheeled scooters parked in front of the coffee shop today for the first time in living memory.
He probably needs a three-wheel electric scooter.
Yeah.
You're just a pretender because you're perfectly able to ride a motorbike at the moment.
Yes, I am. Yeah. I just enjoy the hell out of it. You can't fall off it.
Yeah.
Hey, Carol.
Good
How are
morning. Hello. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
This is Carol from Hawaii, everybody.
Hawaii.
Yeah, so
Another
now
American.
you've got half of the fun on Turtle Beach right here, right now, in this frame.
That's right.
It's half of the white people who live here. Yeah. You like your little scooter?
I love my little
Me
scooter.
too, yeah.
I tell you, it gets me around,
Yeah.
and small and portable.
And you can't fall off it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can't
That's
fall
really
off
nice.
it. And if I keep it in second gear, I'll charge it like once a week. If you stay in the lower gears, it doesn't need a lot of electricity. You don't have to charge it every day. I love it. Yeah.
I keep it in second gear all the time. Mm-hmm. And
Gets you around.
it's usually good. A full charge is usually good. I can go to town and back twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I have to charge it up.
And there's nowhere else to go.
That's,
You're going to go downtown, you're going to come back. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the charger that I had died, so I've got one on order, and I'll go pick it up later on today.
Okay, so if you want to know anything about electric scooters, so thank you. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Why am I shouting?
Enjoy your breakfast, dude.
Thank you.
See ya.
That was Carol, everybody, and a thesis of about electric scooters. What is the brand? Do you the same brand, or are you?
Oh, I haven't a clue.
You've got a Ferrari and he's got a Lamborghini or something.
I don't even know what the brands are. I couldn't tell you what
Probably
the brand.
Chinese.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Chinese. And mine now, when I go down the road, it goes.
That's you.
It's not made for a big fat guy, and all the joints are kind of loosening up. And this ocean breeze is just eating it alive.
Sure.
The rust is eating that thing alive.
This time of the year, I am just. So you don't have to come back on, Carol.
It's all aluminum and plastic. I don't know what can rust, but it's rusting.
The plastic's rusting. Okay, so let's move to your book, which is Narelle's Notebook.
Narelle's
which has,
Notebook.
Been getting a flogging, and it's slowly filling up.
And I would say to White Labs, I've eaten all the, or I've eaten. I haven't seen an envelope from you guys in quite a while. I pimp you every week. Guys. I haven't seen an envelope in a while. You still have my mailing address, I hope.
So what are you going to do when they change the rules? So
I'll keep on going. 35 years ago, I was smoking weed in this kingdom, and I'll
Now-
smoke weed here until I die.
you sent
no.
me a message yesterday and said that you smoked about 12 cigarettes during the interview.
Yeah.
Were they that sort of cigarette or
No.
tobacco?
I've never been high on camera. Never will be.
So you were under the fags?
Yeah, well, I went.
Wow. Well, that's a shame.
I went
About a month.
a month. I went a month, and then without a cigarette, and then I celebrated that by buying a pack of cigarettes.
Brilliant.
So I'm back up to a pack a day,
Brilliant.
like that. So yeah, you know, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is very weak. So I've got a project. All right, people have been saying relaunch your channel, do videos again. I got a friend named Maddie. Maddie and I are very different people, but we both love Thailand. Maddie lives in Pattaya, and he does that whole monger thing. He goes out to the go-go's and the bars and the massage, and he enjoys a beer or two and the bright lights and the loud music. And I hate all that. I sit here on my beach where at 8 o'clock in the evening it's dark and it's silent, and I love that. Maddie and I both love our lives in Thailand.
Go-go bar sounds so 60s.
Well, but that's
Go-go, groovy,
I think
baby.
it's still called a go-go, I think.
Yeah.
That form of prostitution is still called go-go. At any rate, Maddie earned his retirement in Thailand. I'm not going to tell you his life story, but Maddie's been through the ringer in his personal life, his professional life, and his health, his medical life. And Maddie dreamed and dreamed of retiring in Thailand and made it, and he's enjoying the hell out of it. So Maddie wrote me and said, Steve, I've never read your books. I want to write, but my eyes don't work anymore. I can't read off the page.
Right.
But I found this software that'll read your books for me in an AI voice. And I said, Maddie, please don't. No author wants to hear his books read in an AI voice. I don't want some robot.
He could program it with your voice.
Yeah, we're not going to go that route. I'm going to read the stories. I'm going to launch my channel again. I'm going to read
your stories.
I'm going to read my books, all 5 of them.
So are you going to read them face to camera?
Yes. Just
wow.
like this. Yeah, just like this. Because Maddie won't watch. Maddie will listen.
So finding a book that I can actually open up here. So you're going to go da 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 da
Yes.
da 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 on camera.
Yes.
Okay, just asking.
As I have already done half a dozen times on my channel, as you would know if you ever watched my channel.
I did watch your channel.
I did that for about half a dozen. I've read about half a dozen of my stories, and another half dozen I dramatized, which may be what you're thinking of. The Boontong stories were my short stories and other stories.
So you want me to
dramatized.
get you set up with a nice microphone
No.
and a nice quiet room?
No, I'm going to do it with my phone. But what I'm asking for, I sent Pete the last 2 copies of my books that I own. I need somebody to go to their local bookstore, find me copies of
Those bikes you can hear are the hotted up scooters
Yeah.
heading off.
just annoying the neighborhood. That's what we do on a Sunday. We just go annoy random neighborhoods.
Sort of
Apparently,
fake noise
yeah,
coming from the
it's not
scooters.
It's not something I would enjoy, but they're gone now, so we don't have
Bye-bye.
to think about them. Out of sight, out of mind. ไม่ใช่เรื่องฝรั่ง At any rate, I need paper copies. I don't have PDFs. I don't have the books on digital form. I have a Kindle. I haven't touched it in 3 years. I never really touched it to begin with. Why I brought it from the States, I have no idea. But at any rate, I need someone to find me paper copies of my books in the used bookstores and mail them to me.
Okay.
And you can contact me through the channel or comments or whatever to get my mailing address. We have established if you're outside of Thailand, you can mail them to me without a complete address and they'll get to me. But inside Thailand, you need the street address. So at any rate, if you're willing to do this for me, find a copy of my book on paper so I can start.
Well, we've got some of your books in the beach houses. So you can dig a few of them.
I would love to go look.
Okay.
I think I have garnered all of those books from the beach houses and sent them to Pete. But I would love to go look. If we do have copies,
Is Pete going to send them back?
No. He is yet to read the second one.
Okay. Right.
Yes. But no, he's not going to send them back. I don't want him to send them back.
By the way, if you want to read electronic versions, digital versions of Steve's books, there's a link in the description of today's video. And there's also a link in the description for buy us a coffee. And this is the way it's spent is buy us a coffee.
which I could never get to work. When I had an active channel, I tried to do the Buy Me a Coffee, and it said, no, it doesn't work in Thailand because of some obscure banking
I
laws.
made some phone calls.
But yeah, now it works. A year later, it's working. So buy him a coffee.
So I've turned off the super chats on YouTube, and if no obligation, but if you feel inclined to support what we do here on the channel, Buy Me a Coffee is a perfectly good way to do it, and we'll move on. So what else do you? So that's your project. When are you going to start doing it? When you get
When
the
I get a
books,
book.
I suppose.
When I get a book.
Why couldn't you read it off a Kindle? What's wrong with that?
Oh, I can't. I when I try to turn the page, I turn like 30 pages, and then suddenly I'm back at the start, and then I'm on another book, and then I suck at these machines, man. I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. I'm a Luddite, and I'm too old to learn now. So
Oh,
now I
what
just want a
excuse
paper
is that?
book.
I'm too old.
I want a paper book.
All right. So let's go on. What else do you have with your Steve Got It Wrong?
Would you like the book of the week?
We'll do
Or no,
one-
some tidbits from the notebook first.
some tidbits.
Tidbits first.
T-I-D. Tidbits, by the way.
I had asked last week, a Phalang told me, because I had said here on this beach, I'm called Lung Phai Chak, Uncle Cigarette Lighter. Lung Phai Chak. And somebody corrected me, said, no, Steve got it wrong. Lung is reserved for older men who have been in the monkhood, former monks who have come out of the monkhood. Lung. It's one of the words for uncle. But in this case, I was told by a Phalang, no, it's only the... So we asked the Brain Trust. Oh, this guy.
Yeah, let's still talk about it.
No, you know who he's related to.
Who? Ah, okay. I'll be
yes, that explains a few
I'll
things.
be very nice to him.
Yes, do be very nice. But at any rate, our Brain Trust here, our audience says no. Lung is just another generic uncle, and well, I mean it for the mother's family, the elder brother of the mother, I think,
Yes.
specifically. But if you're not related to someone, you can use it. It's like you use P for someone you're not really a brother
I'll
of.
just keep calling you Steve.
Just keep calling me Satdeep. Yeah.
Steve.
Amok, the preferred spelling is A-M-O-K. This is a Steve got it wrong.
Run amok.
I thought, yes. to
I
run
brought
amok.
this up. I
You
brought
did,
that-
and you were right. 50 people.
Sorry, can you say that
corroborated
again?
You were right. Tim Newton was right. Steve was wrong. This happens every week. It's a feature of the show. I don't know why it gets your nipples hard this morning, but it happens every week.
They are super hard at the
So
moment.
you could cut glass.
Yeah.
Amok, I thought A-M-O-K was the British spelling or UK spelling, and A-M-U-C-K was the American spelling. The various constituencies and YouTube or Google say no. A-M-O-K is preferred all over the world, but sometimes some people use U-C-K and we let them get away with it. But A-M-O-K is the preferred spelling.
There you go.
When Hollywood makes the Steve Ross story, who do you want to play Tim Newton?
Oh, me.
Yes, because you'll have to feature largely in the last 10 minutes of the movie. So
The last 10 seconds.
everybody, I'm sorry, go
Maybe Brad Pitt.
on. Okay, it's a choice.
Matt
Yeah.
Damon, perhaps.
Okay.
Bette Midler. I think she could shave the head and she would actually be very good. She's got the right sort of attitude.
She does.
Yeah.
All right, I think those are all good choices.
Okay.
Hollywood, take note. I reckon.
So where did that come from?
I don't know, just something random during the week. I wrote down in a notebook.
Okay.
Who would play Tim Newton? Steve Ross, in case you're interested, will be played by George Clooney in Groucho glasses.
Or could be played by Stephen Colbert. He's got time now.
He will be canceled in May. Yes, he's
Next
got time
May.
now. I swear to God, I would crawl a mile through broken glass to eat the peanuts out of that man's shit. He is the best performing artist of two generations in America. Absolutely brilliant talent, and this I think is a good thing because he's still young enough to reinvent himself again and do something new that will surprise us And I don't think this is, in terms of his career, which is the only important consideration. I don't care about the rest of that shit. But in terms of the career of the best performer my nation has produced.
The sort of late show phenomenon is a very, very US thing. And those jobs are coveted by good anchors, good presenters, good comedians.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't find the current crop, the two Jimmys or Stephen, particularly. They don't sort of grab. I sort of see them every now and then. I get a clip on YouTube when there's a special guest, but no, I don't hold any of them.
Well, then you'll just have to trust me that Stephen Colbert is the most brilliant talent America has produced in 2 generations. He's like Carol Burnett. He can dance, he can sing, he can write.
Male.
Impeccable timing, and he's just a talent that comes along once in a generation.
Who would take, out of all the people around at the moment, who would take over that sort of job?
That job, they're saying they're canceling the whole show. They're not going to have a late night talk show.
They will.
In that slot. They probably will. Yeah, I don't know, any up and coming young comic, like you say, those jobs are coveted. It's pretty easy. And you get to meet a lot of really interesting people. John Mulaney would be very good. I would like that. All right, the phrase Shenzhen, which is a calculated mispronunciation of a city in China, meaning some fake goods, fake consumer goods.
Shenzhen.
That would be the province, yes. But
next to Hong Kong.
In Thai, it's Shenzhen. To describe a fake goods in Thai. That is Thai slang,
right.
which I had asked last week, and people jumped in and said yes. And in that light, we have 2 correspondents who I'm fascinated. I want to know your life stories. 2 women, 2 Thai women who watch this show. One calls herself Athena Sword, which is the best. I don't approve of internet names. I've never been anything but Steve Ross, and I never will be anything but Steve Ross.
With an E.
With an E.
So Athena, is she Thai?
That's what she says.
Wow.
Athena Sword. Love
Why
that
am I so
name.
wow? Anyway, that's
And
good.
the other one is Cherry Rosenthal. All right, you got to tell me. From Pittsburgh. Cherry Rosenthal from Pittsburgh. How does a Thai woman, and she's very specifically, she ends her comments with, I'm Thai, so I should know. So how does a Thai woman get the name Cherry Rosenthal and live in Pittsburgh? I just gotta know. I gotta know.
Okay, so if you were to choose an internet name, what name would you choose, Steve?
Lance Dickens.
And Lance Dickens.
Yeah, that's my porn name. Lance Dickens.
That's your porn name.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're looking up OnlyFans, just check on Lance Dickens, and you might get a surprise.
Now, what Cherry and Athena commented on this week,
right,
was the phrase LBH, losers back home. I had said, one of our commenters said, "Oh, that's very common among Thais to say that." LBH.
I've never heard it before.
Yeah, only on White Lotus. But both of them said yes for about 4 or 5 years in Thai social media, among foreign educated Thais or international school Thais, or Lukran, LBH has been in use before White Lotus. So that I'm just not in those forums, or I'm not in those, so I don't know. But they say that it is in use.
Many Thais think it, but I've never heard it actually said out loud as an acronym.
Then why are you sure many Thais think it?
Well, I just think Thai. It's probably. I think there would be some Thais that see foreigners sort of lurking around and thinking, why can't they retire in their own home?
Yes.
But they don't understand all the subtle reasons why we might come to the land of smiles.
Well,
you made yourself a promise, which you kept, and you had a history in Thailand, and you had a love of Thailand. I came here for a holiday and never went home.
Yeah.
So we all have our various reasons. I just happen to really love this country for all its, little crazy things. It's got a lot of big ticks that a lot of you like to disagree with, but I will keep on being a fan of the country.
I agree with all of that. I think that
I really want to eat my banana.
Go ahead. Who's stopping you? It's your show. You do whatever you want.
You don't eat on camera.
I think that while Thais may have the impression of the loser back home, and even an expression in Thai for the loser back home, the idea that many Thai people are using an English acronym for this thing, that phrase, loser back home, LBH, that's what I was questioning. While we're on the topic, Athena and Cherry, what would be the Thai expression? If they've got an acronym in English,
PHANG.
there must, there's PHANG Kikai, which has been around for 100 years. But what that doesn't express loser back home. What would be the expression in Thai commonly used if they don't say LBH? What would they use? And don't just other people don't just pitch in Pharang Kikai or Pharang Kinok. Yeah, we know those, but those aren't the same idea as you've come here because you couldn't get X back home. Used to was in the British Empire, if you had a younger son in the family who was a ne'er-do-well.
The British Empire.
The Empire. The sun never set on it, you know. They would give the younger son a stipend and send him off to Asia. And, because in Asia you could succeed. If you were white and you spoke English, you could get a job with the East India Company or with the government, and you could get by because you were like the only white guy in 50 miles. So there used to be a word for that. I can't remember what it was. But during the era of the empire, that was a practice, sending the young ne'er-do-well wastrel son off to Asia because there he could succeed.
Do your book of the week.
All right.
And we'll get back to a couple more. There go the hot scooters, including the electric scooter, which makes the noise of a hot scooter.
Wugga, wugga, wugga. I think they make electric cars now, don't they? Because the silence surprises pedestrians.
My car, which is an electric car, has a quiet hum that you can hear from outside the car up to 25 kilometers an hour, and then it switches off. So it makes an artificial sound. So to alert people that you're coming. But it is a phenomenon. A lot of people, I saw a YouTuber making a video. They were in Chongqing, I think. I can't remember the city, but a big city in China. And they said it is just amazing and absolutely noticeable when you walk around the streets of China that it is quiet. And it's disarming to a lot of people that are used to noisy streets. All I can say is bring it on.
Yes.
I think we're better off without all the noise.
And there are apparently menus, just like you can customize the ringtone on your phone, you can customize the artificial sounds coming out of your car. So you know the sound the Jetsons car makes?
Right.
Or the sound of on Star Trek when a door opens? Right? You can program these apparently into the electric
There's
cars.
somebody sitting behind the doors in Star Trek going...
Well, there certainly was a prop guy moving the door.
Yeah,
there was a guy back there who had a cue. I've done that. I've stood off stage and handed the skull of Yorick to Hamlet many times. All right, David
and you
Young.
went, shh.
Yeah.
Yes, you did it.
To be or not to be?
Well, that's the question.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind, slings and
gosh.
arrows about Slings and Arrows. We were talking about great TV shows. Canadian TV show, Slings and Arrows, 3 seasons. Absolutely magnificent television about a Shakespeare company putting on 3 of the Shakespeare plays, 1 per season.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Tell this guy don't park right in front of us. At any rate, Slings and Arrows. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it's on YouTube. But
The problem that Australians have, and maybe people from other
among
countries...
the problems that Australians have,
Sure.
Yeah.
Is the former British colony, is when we're watching American-made TV shows and Canadian shows, we sort of can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Until it gets to the end and it says CBC, and you go, oh, it's made in Canada. The only Canadian show I used to really like was called Beachcombers. Did you ever see Beachcombers?
I've seen it here because I was searching for beachcomber videos. I never saw it back in America. I've seen bits and pieces of it here, yes.
I used to love it. It's made up,
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, Vancouver, I think. But it's like a beach town, and they have all these adventures.
It's
and,
like EastEnders in a little Canadian seaside village.
Yeah. I used to really enjoy it. Beachcombers. I'm sure a lot of people will remember it. And the theme song had a really great theme song.
What's the?
Which I'll find for you.
There's two shows. One is Kim's Convenience, which is about a Korean family that has a grocery store. There's another Canadian show that was just wonderful. That was about this little gas station. It was called Corner Grocery, I think, Corner Gas. And there was an intersection of two roads out in the middle of Alberta, I think, just this huge plain of barley and wheat, thousands of square miles of nothingness.
I'll skip through the ads. I'm buying YouTube Premium, by the way. I'm playing you the theme.
Yeah.
Oh, here. This is the part that's...
Sounds Canadian.
Not quite as good as your Henry Mancini theme to whatever the show was.
But can he skate?
Yes.
He won the Nobel Peace Prize, but can he skate, eh? So at any rate, this show, Corner Gas, it's existentialist. It's waiting for
What's it
Godot.
called?
It's called Corner Gas, I think.
Corner Gas.
Yeah, because they are at an intersection of these two absolutely straight, flat roads in the middle of this existentialist emptiness. And there's a little gas station there. And there's like 5 people who hang out and work in this gas station. And that's it. It's the whole show is among these people in this little spot.
So what do they do in the second 5 minutes?
Right? Yes. What a challenge. I mean, just like Waiting for Godot. How do you make a play set amidst a blasted, empty, existentialist plain?
And that's precisely what I thought about a minute into watching Waiting for Godot. Every time I've tried to get into it, I've thought, this doesn't do it for me at all.
It's not for everybody. It's not for. I love that show. I adore that.
Let's get on to your book.
Right.
Otherwise, we'll run out of time.
David Young is a terrific author.
Hold it.
All right. This is the only book we have here. His book, Sukhumvit Road, is a classic of the monger lifestyle in Bangkok genre, but David puts really well-written books in that milieu. He doesn't write about the commercial sex industry. It's just that all his characters and situations take place there. He's got a book called...
There's no pictures.
No. He's got a book called Fast Eddie and the Lucky Seven A Go-Go, which I dramatized on my channel, 3 years ago. The Scribe is about a guy who makes his living writing letters for the bar girls, which we all used to do 35 years ago. He's particularly good at it, and now he's facing a moral quandary. Is it okay for him to con other PHANG back in the UK or Canada or Australia with his letters to get money for these girls, and he takes 10%? And they all idolize him. All these girls think he's terrific because his letters produce results. He's able to write a PHANG and tell a story in such a way that guy gets out his checkbook and sends the girl money. So this guy is having this midlife crisis, questioning the whole basis of his life on Patpong Road in Bangkok in the 90s.
Can I read you the start of chapter 2?
Sure.
It was another merciless night in Bangkok. Taxi cabs and tuk-tuks were piled up on Sukhumvit, spouting toxins into the air, while 2-stroke motorbikes snaked through the grey spaces between, emitting their own brand of white smoke death.
White smoke death. Yeah, it's better than that. At any rate, he has sent me, he's written a new book. You see how this is wrapped in cellophane. It just came yesterday.
Oh!
It's an advanced copy of a book called Skin Worn. It's his new book, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Again, Sukhumvit Road, I think, is a one. I don't want to say his best book because I haven't read all his books, but I really enjoyed Sukhumvit Road. It's weird, it's wonderful, it's strange, it's set. Nothing in that book happens more than 2 blocks away from Nana Plaza. The whole thing is set in that milieu, in that monger bar milieu. All the characters are either prostitutes or pimps or PHANG Kikai, but that's not what he's writing about. That's just the setting. That's the backdrop for really good books. So I'm very looking forward to reading
Point it down. There we go.
Skin Worn. And I don't know if David watches this, but thank you for sending me an advanced copy of your book, David.
And did he send it to Steve Ross, Turtle Beach, Thailand?
Yeah, that was it, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's our book of the week.
Good, thank you.
I just have two very brief notes.
All right.
Do we have...
We've got time.
One's just a fact that I heard this week, and I was very pleased. I watched Phuket Extra with JP Mustanza, and he mentioned that the statistics are in, and during the 7 days of death of Songkran on Phuket this year, they had 0 road fatalities. This is like the first time since dinosaurs ruled the earth. Nobody died on a motorcycle in the 7 days of death around Songkran, and I think that's wonderful. Kudos to the provincial authority, to the Obata, who's finally putting a cap on the carnage of the abattoir of Phuket's roads.
Well, I have to say, I don't think it's really, I think it's good, but probably more serendipity and good luck than anything else, because it's not as if the local authorities really do anything to try and reduce the road toll. You see the odd don't drink and drive ad at the cinemas, but I probably haven't seen one of those for the last 2 or 3 years. Rarely on TV. There's no concerted campaign to get rid of the real evils, which are speed and drinking.
There is during the 7 days of death. That's why we have the
7
phrase.
days of danger.
7 days of danger. That's why we have the phrase. They set up checkpoints. They pull no cop gets to go home for Songkran. They're all on duty. They're all checking helmets and they do for those 7 days.
Check their Facebook page while people without a helmet drive straight past.
Yeah, perhaps. We all have agency, and how one person performs his job is up to him.
But good news anyway.
Good news anyway.
Do you know who started Phuket Extra?
No. Really?
Yes.
And yet it's successful.
Yes.
Imagine that.
It succeeded even when I left.
Whereas others have not.
JP's doing a great job too.
He is. He's a fun performer. I enjoy, and they have.
He's got a very dry sense of humor.
Yes, and they have his very clear delivery, and he enunciates the correct points.
And
But
he's got
behind
a good
him,
Thai accent too.
over his certain words, yes. Over his right shoulder is a copy of Leaving Thailand
Here
by
we go.
Steve Ross on the bookshelf, which I think is very.
The only
exciting.
reason you watch it is
Yes.
just to make sure your book is on the shelf.
No, I
You couldn't care less about the news. You just, is my book there or not?
All right.
Zoom in, zoom in.
I'm not going to argue. Yes, I do check in every day to see if my book. And I did not like where they had it on the shelves, and I told them so, and they moved it to a better position. So yes, that is set dressing. It's what I used to do.
And one more.
The last thing, and this is a meditation. I don't have really a point to make. It's just something.
Cheyenne.
Sama arahang, sama arahang. It used to be, I was talking with Pete about Phuket in the 90s. And all these stories that I wrote that are in this book were sold to several different media outlets all over the Pacific Rim. It was a boom time for print media in the 90s. But I was thinking about how that's different to what Pete and I were doing, or what you and I are doing, or what anybody does on YouTube. And I thought, back in the day, a reporter was hired by an editor to write an article or a column on a particular subject. He would go out and do a day of research. Then he would spend a day or two writing the piece. It would go to the editor, who would edit it, send it back for corrections, come back again, go through a proofreader, go through a sub-editor, finally, perhaps all the way up to the publisher of the publication. And it would be weeks before it would be okayed to go in the publication. And then it would be maybe months before that magazine was printed and put in your seat back pocket on your commuter airline. Now, and then it would last 1 month, or in the newspaper 1 day. So you've got a week of effort of a dozen different people to produce something that has a shelf life of 1 day. Now,
Who would have thought that model would ever go out of
yes. Well,
Who would
now,
have thought?
why did it go out? Because now one guy can sit in front of his computer in his living room, do 5 minutes of research on YouTube, regurgitate what he just saw on YouTube into a new video.
AI to write the script.
Get AI to write the script if there is a script, put it up online. All of this can take place in an hour, and then it'll stay on YouTube forever.
Yes.
Absolutely forever. And 1 hour of effort by one individual produces something, and then other people will come and do their research by watching his video. And they'll call that research, and then they'll produce their video, and they will echo his mistakes that he made in that. So I don't think this is an improvement. Steve Ross's opinion is that it was better in the old days. Imagine that on a show called Grumpy Old Men. We leave you with, it was better in the old days.
Our show is fully scripted. I mean, and people may not realise this, but we've got an auto cue sitting in front of the camera, and it's got Steve, and then Tim, and then Steve. You sometimes jump in before I'm finished.
I'm not very good at this.
Oh, he knows. Anyway.
Oh, you're done. Look at the clock.
Staff. So thank you very much for watching. We were going to be reading out all the names on the Epstein files, but we've run out of time, so we'll leave that for another week.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
That's about it. That's a week here on Turtle Beach on a slightly rough day. I don't think I'll be going for a swim today. You could get the surfboard out there today and perhaps catch a 2 or 3 second ride, and that's about as good as it's going to get. I did enjoy Hawaii 5-0, but probably only to watch the opening theme.
Yeah,
and then the rest was pretty ordinary. Who wrote the theme to that? That was a good theme.
I don't know.
And it had those fast zooms into Jack Lord standing on the building, and
I swear when they did the theme, what's his name from the Police who did the theme for Miami Vice, he had to be thinking of the opening of Hawaii 5-0. Those two openings are just too similar not to be related.
Well, I will ask the question because I think it's a good one. Here we go. We're going through Meta.
You thought we were leaving. You thought we were done.
Because I need to know. Where's the microphone? How can I use this? It doesn't have a microphone. Here we go.
So addicted to this machine.
Who wrote the theme to Hawaii 5-0?
Steve Ross.
So we're going to find out. Henry Mancini?
No.
Maurice Jarre? The iconic theme to Hawaii 5-0 was composed by Morton Stevens. That name is on the tip of our lips.
Morton Stevens.
Instrumental pieces become synonymous with the show and widely regarded as one of the best television themes of all time. Yeah. What are other great themes of all time?
Well, did you know there's words to the theme from I Love Lucy?
No.
I love Lucy and she loves me. We're as happy as we could be.
Did that ever end up as a something?
Yes, her husband's a band leader. He sings it to her. I love Lucy and she
on
loves
the show?
me. Yes, once.
Okay.
Once on the show. There are words. Gene Roddenberry wrote words to the theme from
Star Trek.
Somewhere beyond the stars, my
People
love
wonder why he
waits
never
there
became
for
a
me.
singer.
Yeah. That theme has words. There are words to Carl Hagen's theme to Mayberry, Andy of Mayberry. Bum 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 bum. It's called The Old Fishing Hole. I don't know the words, but there are words to that instrumental theme.
So I'll take Steve back to the home and
listen to the story about a man named
we'll get him
Jed.
back on the medication and
never, no.
And we will see you next week. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Tim. I like this. I enjoy this every week. This is great.
I wish I could say the same. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.